Oh, Dios mío.
Con la bicicleta en la...
¡Oh! ¡Yo voy ahí!
Negro.
Comprendo nada.
Oh, shit. Alright guys, today is the day that we've been waiting for a long time. We are starting our journey of learning Spanish.
Español! Hola amigos! So we are gonna give ourselves 1 week. We are complete beginners.
Let's see what we know.
And, hola.
¿Cómo estás?
No hablo español. No.
Basically, yeah, we know nothing at all. We are in Bolivia right now, so we're gonna hit the streets and go try to learn some Spanish.
Let's see how we do. Vámonos! Gracias, amigo.
I don't know how to say welcome.
Bienvenido?
Bienvenido.
It says here. Bienvenidos.
Tomate, camote horneado, coliflor.
Comprendo nada.
Comprendo tomato, cauliflower.
Yeah.
Tengo burger.
Dale, está bien.
Tiene.
Tiene.
Sí, sí.
Uno burger, por favor.
Mucho difícil. Para mí, una limonada negra. ¿Limonada?
How do you say black?
Negro.
Negro. Negro bebida. Yes.
Gracias.
We're just gonna go about this in a very chill way. We're just gonna ask people how to say things, or if you don't know a word, we're gonna look it up on like Google Translate and like play it back. I think we're gonna make great progress.
Salud.
Salud. Qué bueno. Comprar dos favorito chocolate bolo.
Todo mal.
¿Me puedes traer 2 avocalates, por favor?
¿Me puedes traer 2 avocalates, por favor?
Yeah, great.
Me can bring 2 cake, please.
We can bring, yes.
Well, there we go, Spanish.
I didn't get any of that.
Our favorite.
There you go.
Thank you.
I wish I knew how to say heaven. Our good friend says
Cielo.
cielo. Eso chocolate es cielo.
One thing I love about Spanish is that people don't say bye, they say hasta luego, which means
See you later.
I love that.
Ahora we are going to walk. I think that means caminó, coming out,
Caminar.
to get some camisas for our merch. Bora. Not bora.
Vámonos.
Vámonos. All right, we just bought some shirts and now we're gonna design our first ever merch.
Una pregunta. ¿Cuánto cuesta hacer serigrafía en una camisa? 3 camisas. Mucho rápido. Gracias.
Buenas tardes. ¿Cuánto cuesta para 1, 2, 3?
También aquí.
40 bolivianos cada camisa.
¿Usted tiene WhatsApp?
No. Brasil WhatsApp. Aquí WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Ok, ¿tienes WhatsApp?
Yo primero día hablo español. Fala mal.
Fala muito mal.
Primero día.
Primeiro dia.
Primero
Tudo bem?
5 para 3.
So that was until now probably the best price, but we're not so sure about the quality. So we'll see.
3 camisetas, ¿no?
Gracias.
Ela español mal y bueno.
Ah, yeah. Sí.
Ela español mal y bueno.
No, está bien. Está intentando. Está rápido, ¿no? El español, nada.
Your Spanish was so bad he didn't even understand your question at first.
¿Cómo dice? ¿Calor o caliente?
Calor o calorzanga, sienta creo.
I have so much respect for people that know more than one language
Oh,
because
thank you.
it is so hard. It is so hard for me today. So we're gonna go with the person that we trust the most. Vamos la casa?
A la casa.
Okay, let's go. And we are back home after a long day of fails with our Bolivian perro.
The first week might seem extremely awful, but you know, that's the journey, right?
Just remember, you have to fail in order to succeed. You have to be willing to look like a fool and be a fool in order to make progress in life. See you later.
Hasta luego. Buen dia or buenos dia, because I don't know what's right, because I've heard both during our time here in Bolivia.
Buenos dia, right?
I don't know. We have a special guest.
We think we need to learn some more Spanish words from a local. So we have a local friend here, Camilo, who's gonna pop up on the screen right now. Hola!
Hola.
Hola! I have some questions. When do you say bon dia and when do you say buenos dia, and what is right, and how do you say good afternoon and good evening?
Good morning, it's the same buenos dias or buen dia.
Buen dia.
So it's like a shorter version. It's like buenas. Instead of us, you say just buen dia.
Yes, in the afternoon, it's buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
At night, buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Okay, so we got that down. So let's try something. Hola, amigo. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
¿Y tú?
Bien, también. También.
Está bien.
¿Cómo su nombre?
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
I want to learn how to say I am hungry.
Oh, I know. Hambre.
No, but how do you say I am hungry?
Yeah.
Yo soy hambre.
No, tengo hambre.
Tengo hambre.
Oh, it's not I am hungry, it's I have hungry.
Yes.
And you say, oh my God.
Oh, Dios mío.
Oh no. You switch the order. Because that translation is, oh God my. I have to get used to the switching of words.
Thank you, Camilo, for this awesome Spanish learning sesh. We're gonna put it to practice and vamos a comer.
Vamos a comer.
Tengo hambre, carajo.
¿Qué es mejor? Jugos.
Claro que sí.
Jugos.
Exactamente. Un vaso de maracuyá.
Un maracuyá,
Sí.
por favor.
Claro que sí.
Muchos excitados.
Claro.
Burger.
Más o menos. Pero
Excitado.
no. Emocionado igual.
Emocionado.
Exactamente.
¿No excitado?
No, emocionado.
¿Qué es excitado?
Es algo complicado para explicar.
Buen apetito, amigos. Buen apetito.
Muchos emocionado. Salud, amigo.
Estoy lleno. Muy buena comida.
Let me test you on your Spanish. What is this animal called?
Pero,
No, perro.
pero, pero,
Now, how do you say cute?
fofo.
Portuguese or Spanish?
I've never learned it. How do you say cute?
Tierno.
Mucho tierno.
Tierno perro.
That's so cute.
So it's quite a process of learning Spanish. Like everything I'm doing, like opening the door, look, I'm literally typing in, open the door, right here.
How do you say it?
Abierta la puerta.
No, abierta. Abierta la puerta.
Abierta la puerta.
Hola señora, tenemos sed,
Ah, ya.
agua,
¿Cuánto?
mucho agua. Ahora nos aprendemos español.
¿Sí?
2 días. Hoy,
¿Sí?
día...
Ayer.
Ayer. No.
¿De dónde eres vos?
Singapur. Estados Unidos.
¿De Estados Unidos?
También Alemania.
Bien simpático él.
Sí, sí.
¿No te quieren quitar?
No comprendemos.
¿Ya se van a casar todavía no?
Casa, sí.
¿Ya están casados?
Sí,
No,
casa.
dos.
¿Se van a casar?
Sí.
Yo voy a ir.
I think she thinks that we're getting married. She wants to go
Sí.
to our marriage.
¿Dónde se van a casar aquí o allá?
¿Cómo nos español? ¿Mal?
Bien, bien.
¿Bien?
Woohoo!
Gracias, señorita.
Señora. Señora.
Tú no, señorita.
No, no.
Señora, disculpa.
Hasta luego.
Another day of fails and fails and fails, but also another day of tremendous progress. How'd you feel about today?
Muy bien, porque tenemos mucho progreso. Aprendemos mucho nuevas palabras.
We still have a long way to go, so we'll see you guys tomorrow for an adventure.
Yeah.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Hola gente, nuevo día. Hoy vamos a las dunas de arena.
Aventura.
Mucho calor.
Muchos sol también. Ahora I'm putting on some sunscreen, and here it's called Protecto Solar. And I'm gonna have to get used to this because I'm used to sunscreen, and here there's no direct translation for sunscreen, and so it's called protection of the sun.
You're so white. Mucho blanco. Aquí tenemos nuestro amigo Nick Aventura. Él faz mucho tour.
Sí. Hola, muchas gracias.
Nick de Australia.
En
¿Sí?
Australia, sí.
Nick, ¿gusta español?
Sí, me gusta mucho.
No sabemos cuánto horas nos vamos a caminar.
Ahora, en desierto.
Yeah, what is-
Aquí, we found a serpiente tracks. Estamos caminando por la hierba. No esperaba que había un desierto en Bolivia.
Look at that, Mar. Go steep down.
No, tell me, it's really fun.
Aquí, un paradis natural. Wow.
Mucho increíble porque aquí ten muchos verde, aquí ten muchos desierto. Vamos a la selva. Uy, caliente. Hijo de puta. Arena muy caliente.
Ahora nos vamos sandboarding.
Vamos. Montaña de arena. Holy shit.
Primera vez experimenta arena boarding. And Mar is all the way up there. He's gonna go so fast because he's probably not gonna want to break. Let's see how he does.
Vamos.
I knew he was not going to break.
Muy divertido.
So guys, if you ever come to Bolivia, you know who to find. Nick Adventures Bolivia. Tenemos mucho hambre, carajo. Ahora nos hacemos una aventura con bicicleta.
That's one word we do know is bicicleta.
Yeah.
We just took a break from the sun. Obviously, I have a soul burn. Wait a second, what does it mean?
Soul burn.
Quemaduras de sol. Un poco.
Sí, también.
Vamos a la banco. Hola amigos. Aquí we have arrived to the banco to get some money.
Él espera aquí para nos. Disculpa, ¿cuántos minutos está aquí?
12, 13 minutos.
12?
12.
12 minutes.
Cuando usted estaba saliendo con la bicicleta,
Oh, when we left with the bicycle, he entered the road.
Oh shit. ¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Aldrin Cari López.
Aldrin Kerry López.
Muchas gracias para comida, Aldrin.
Gracias.
Tengo hambre, carejo. Carajo.
Buen provecho.
Gracias.
Luego.
Hasta luego. Amigos, oh Dios mío, aquí tengo muy bonito atardecer. Atardecer. Caminado ahora.
Ahora.
Buen día, amigos. And
That's so wrong. Es buenos días or bon dia?
guys, it's buen día.
Okay. Good morning. Buenos dias. Okay, fine.
The shortened version, people actually say is buen día.
Yeah, they say it so fast it sounds to me like bon dia.
Look at this fail. She was trying to catch me with a fail, but she actually failed.
It sounds like bon dia to me because they say bon dia.
Guys, anyways, Today we are doing something that we should have done the first day, but today we are learning the top 100 Spanish words, the most common Spanish words.
If we learn the most common words, at least we understand the most common things that are being said, which helps us tremendously. So let's begin. Alright, so I got 100% after 6 rounds of practicing the first 100 most common used words in Spanish. And Mar was saying, what was Mar saying? Let's ask him. What is he thinking about learning vocabulary?
To me, this is really hard. I've been sitting here trying to find out the difference between how do you pronounce the words.
For Spanish speakers, native speakers, they can tell the difference, but for us, it's very hard.
And I guess that's very important because in English, like as and ass is very different words, but it's all about pronunciation. Like,
yeah, or beach or bitch.
this is a beautiful bitch. It's like, no, it's a beautiful beach. So it's very important to learn the pronunciations of these Spanish words.
Yeah, definitely don't want to say, like in Portuguese, we failed. We always said pau de queijo, which basically means
cheese dick.
Cheese dick. And we even wrote it wrong in our video, and people were laughing so much about it, and we didn't know why. And it's actually pão de queijo.
Cheese bread.
So it doesn't really sound that much different, but it has a huge difference in meaning, so we gotta watch out. Hola gente, ahora nos estamos mucho emocionado porque
mucho excitado.
Emocionado porque ahora tenemos nos primera por ello de Naomi and Mar and Nome e We Are One.
Let's go see what it's like.
Hola Julio. Muy bien. Our clothes are here.
What do you think?
OMG. It is so nice. Oh! Que tu pense.
Nos somos un. Comprendo? Alright, now it's time to get a taxi home. Last time we bargained it down from 20 to 15. This time I'm gonna do a challenge of bargaining it down to 10 Bolivianos. Let's see. ¿Cuánto? 15. 10 Bolivianos. 10 Bolivianos.
See?
Sí. Gracias, amigo. That's like $1.
I definitely did not expect that.
This is so weird. I need to get used to it. Here it says an orange juice, and they call it a juice of orange.
I think the hardest part for me is understanding the difference between estar and ser. There's 2 different ways of saying I am. One is dependent on location and one is dependent on long term. So I'm getting really confused. They have 2 I am. You gotta make it complicated, really? Who cares if it's temporary or not? Just make it I am. So yeah. That's my trouble right now. Thanks for the massage. Everyone had to start somewhere, so...
Tú está mi mujer.
So that's dependent, temporary?
How do you say it?
That's the thing, right?
¿Cómo se dice?
I don't know, we're gonna practice.
Tú está mi mujer, ¿sí?
Tú eres.
Tú eres mi mujer.
Sí.
Un beso para mí.
Para mí.
This is getting a bit tough because there's so many words that you just don't know if it's masculine or feminine. So it's like una restaurante or un restaurante. There's no way to tell. Like, how do you know if it's feminine or masculine?
It's like German. You just gotta learn the actual masculine or feminine-ness of a noun that to us in English seems like it has no gender. Hola gente.
Hola.
Hoy es nuestro último día de aprender
Español.
¿De dónde nos vamos?
Hoy vamos al Parque Güembe.
Vamos.
Mona es muy linda.
She's rescued, by the way.
I'm gonna fall in love with monkeys.
I'm telling you.
Yo quiero fazer abraço.
Dar un abrazo.
A dar un abraço.
Aquí, mariposa, naciendo.
No.
Naciendo.
Naciendo, aquí, ahora. Aquí tenemos larva, muy loco, that this turns into a butterfly, mariposa. Aquí, palata,
No, palta.
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 Nuestra favorita fruta. Mosquito ataque L. Aquí.
Mata.
Yeah.
Naomi, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien. Nuevo amigo.
Hola amigo, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. Tú es muy bonita. ¿Sí? No hablo español. Hola el hombre.
¿Qué tal?
¿Cuántos años tú trabajas aquí?
Trabajo 12 años.
Mi mucho gusto aquí.
Es muy bonito.
No. Mucho gusto. It's nice to meet you.
But it sounds like you like it very much. No mucho gusto?
No, me gusta. Sí.
Ah, muy confundido. Oh, Dios mío. This is so confusing. I thought anything that ended with an O is masculine, but you're saying photo is la photo, not el photo.
La foto es femenina. Y...
Oh, shit.
My spirit animal showed up here.
Show me the tattoo.
Look, I have here because he always shows up to me. Tengo un tatuaje de ti. So you made a new friend, right?
Una mona. Abrazo ahora.
Oh my gosh, it's sitting on me.
Oh shit! Oh no!
Caca. Caca ahora.
Oh no!
Caca. En mi camisa. Oh, Dios mío. Ahora nos jugar fútbol.
Yes.
Naomi está arquero agora.
That was embarrassing.
Amigos, muy mal.
Let me try it again.
Gente, nos estamos finito con 7 días de aprende español.
Mi experiencia es muy difícil porque this is my first time ever learning a language other than English. And I gotta say, I respect people that speak other languages way more now because it's so difficult. It's almost as if I am literally like a 1-week-old baby and learning a language.
All I can say is that our journey has just begun. We are still gonna continue learning Spanish. We'll be making a whole series on our Spanish learning journey, and we will share with you also the tips and the tricks on the best ways that we could learn Spanish the most efficient and fast and effective.
One thing that was important for us is not only learning behind the computer or studying in the books, but actually going out and talking to locals. We think it's actually kind of pointless to actually learn Spanish without actually putting it to use and talking to people. We have a long way to go, but we're happy about progress. It's gradual transformation, it's gradual progress. Nothing is gonna be quick and easy. 7 days is like really hard to learn language, obviously, but we're gonna continue, and I'm happy with our progress.
Totally, and if you guys have any ways that we can speed up our learning process, then comment it below.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. We're ending this video with a hitchhike back home.
This is just the beginning. The goal is to be fluent by the end of the year, so we're so excited for you guys to join us on this journey. Gracias por ver nuestro video, dar me gusta, comentar y suscribe.
Gracias, amigos. Hasta luego.